Reawaken to your immortal identity and discover life between lives wisdom. Presented by the Michael Newton Institute. Hi there!
Hi, and welcome to the Michael Newton Institute's Discover Life Between Lives Wisdom. Hi, Vibecke!
Hey Indrani, it's lovely to see you again.
Same here. Guess what we're talking about today?
I'm sure it's something exciting, so just let me know.
Okay, so you know what we're going to really touch upon today is the role of duality
Ooh,
in our
love it!
evolution and including the male or the masculine, female, feminine, and how this can evolve.
I love that topic because
Yeah.
personally I've had some experiences and I know that I'm working on that duality of the feminine and masculine in this life. So that's going to be interesting and I would love to share a story as well, but let's dive into the topic um, about duality and why don't you hit us off Indrani of how to look at duality from a human perspective.
Okay, so in my understanding, through our LBL sessions, through womb regression, and different kinds of transpersonal regression work, as a human being, we realize that human life, there is polarization and duality. And you're kind of being, if I may use the word, you're kind of being taught this entire experience of duality and polarity of human existence pretty much from the time you were in your mom's womb.
Mm.
You're learning about this versus that, right versus wrong, good versus bad, dark versus light. And there's so many. I mean, you can keep going at it. So by the time you're kind of born in this world, you're already accepting and understanding the layers of duality.
Mm.
So if I understand that human existence is about duality and you're evolving as a soul in this existence, what does duality truly give me? It firstly gives me the ability to understand this versus that. And then if I go a little deeper, and a little deeper, and we start understanding the difference between masculine and feminine, I think you will agree that the masculine and the feminine both exist in me as spirit.
Mm.
So I will naturally have certain traits which are feminine and some natural traits which are masculine. So one of my very uh, if I may use this word, very exciting question that I had when I started, delving into the world of LBL was to understand in my past lives what was the reason or what was the theme that I was trying to address as Indrani in this lifetime, because I chose to be born as a woman. And I've been told many many times by a lot of people that you think like a guy, you there are a lot of things in you which is very male. And I'm like, I kind of quite like being the girl that I am. I love the attention that I get as a woman. And if someone says, oh, you're nice to look at, or this is good, just love that. I'm a woman. I love being a woman. And then in the experiences, what I realized is, Vibeke, I think I've had what I have experienced till now is a whole lot of past lives as male.
Yes.
Even first human life, I remember very clearly, was of a man. So when I've taken this lifetime, this incarnation as a soul and come in as a female, I am wanting to experience life through the experience of being a woman. Thus, the female body, thus, the female emotions, being in touch with all of those elements of femininity in me,
Mhm.
and yet embracing the masculine within as well. So when I went through this experience of lacing, if I may share this with you, where all these very, very potent past life personalities were in that session, and you're embracing the soul potential learning of each existence, each past life, what it's enabled me as Indrani today is to thoroughly enjoy being the woman I am, but completely in acceptance and honor of that masculine within. It's helped me evolve so much because you're not fighting the duality, you're embracing it.
Mm, I love that. Yes.
So when we're growing, when you're evolving as a soul, that's what you're doing. You're embracing duality. You are accepting and acknowledging the polarity of human existence, and that's within you. And this is how you then accept everything that's around you with that duality and polarity of human existence.
Oh, thank you for sharing that story. And it really made me think of my personal story. May I share it, Indrani?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, please.
You see, I remember I did my LBL a long time ago. I think it was back in 2012. I think it was during the training actually. And I found myself choosing my body for this incarnation. And I was there with my spirit guide and I was looking at these screens and I had two options. I saw two bodies in this life that I could choose. I saw me, Vibecke, a female, and I had this other man, a kind of a rugged kind of man that would live somewhere else. He was actually going to live in the States and live out in the woods and be a nature person and all that. And I was leaning towards, wanting that male because of the masculine energy he presented, and he was kind of rugged and strong and everything. And my spirit guide just reminded me and of why I was reincarnated, because I'd just recently spoken to my soulmate prior going to choosing the body. And the soulmate in this life is my youngest daughter. And she said that she is here on this earth to teach me about unconditional love. So I already had that in my mind. And he goes, well, you've had one more life as a male. The balance, not the duality, but to come together to embrace the masculine and the feminine. This option is given to you so that you can start loving and explore that and have a greater opportunity, because you can have your child. It will give you, you can carry her, you can, be the mother figure for her
Mhm.
throughout lifetime to learn about to be more feminine, or the feminine energy, and how it is to be a woman.
Hmm.
And so I went with me. And seeing my life in perspective after I came out of this session, I could see how my mother, I have a very strong mother. She has a lot of masculine energy. And she has always pushed me and said, oh, you have to be strong, because of growing up in a society where women were, put on the side. They shouldn't be in public office. I mean, her growing up, this was
Hmm.
not me, but she wanted to make sure that I would be that strong woman. And so she pushed a lot of masculine energy. So I learned early that when I showed my masculinity, people will back off. So it kind of became, I got my will, if you wish. It wasn't me practicing the unconditional love. It was like forcing my masculine energy on the environment to get what I wanted. Not that it's all negative being masculine. I'm just saying that's how I was taught.
Yeah.
So I had to step back and allow and accept my femininity. And I've been working on that, and I still work on that to this day, Indrani. It's not easy in this duality world. And seeing, especially experiencing discrimination between male and female. Ooh, that really angers me still today. And I really have to breathe and go into love and just and really work on that, because that can. Yes. So I just wanted to share that because, yeah.
You've just triggered something, and if I can share something very personal with you. So I'm born to a mother who was a film actress,
Mm,
and she was so known for her beauty, so known for her beauty. And born into an Indian family, we were taught duality from a very early age. And I'm sure that's how our societies function, where there's a very clear male role and a very clear female role. But I realized today, in my 50s, the biggest blessing, my parents never inculcated this thing about as a girl this or as a boy that. So my elder brother and I, we grew up, and my brother till date is actually teasing me that you were dealt with way more leniently than I was. There were more rules for me than there were rules for you, which is very not heard of, in the society and culture we come from. But when I looked at the role of duality in human evolution, and I see it today from my perspective in the journey I've been through, is the inclusiveness,
Mm.
the oneness. If it's inculcated in us from a very early age, where nothing was told that as a girl you can't do this or as a boy you can't do that, that differentiation that is there in society many a times, if parents can create in children that there is this oneness, and then as we've grown, as we've experienced through our spiritual work, through life between lives hypnotherapy, when we've gone and seen in the spirit realm that as a soul you're neither male nor female,
Mm.
you're just this very potent energy of complete creative love. And then that energy, when you're applying it into your world of duality, the male female within is at peace with each other. So it's a literal thing of when one is taking center stage, the other is right behind, and very seamlessly you can change.
Mm.
Whenever life is throwing you a challenge or life is giving you a test, you very comfortably take on that part of yourself, you activate it at that moment, and there's no judgment to it.
Mm.
There's no, that's the male in me or a female in me, that's just me.
Oh, I love that because that reminds me of that's what I look at as the soul perspective of life.
Yes,
So
yes,
always pulling yourself in and tuning in. And like you said, you lift your understanding. And that's when it's easy, becomes easier to at least acknowledge where you're coming from. And as you acknowledge that, you have choices.
yes.
And as souls, we have free will. So we can choose in that moment how we react. And I choose to react with unconditional love. But that's because I've worked every single day on self-love.
Yes.
Yes. And
And
that
when you
is
self
acceptance
love,
of both sides of your wholeness of who you
yes,
are and keeping
yes,
that alignment.
yes. So when there's acceptance of both in me, my male self, my female self, the masculine and the feminine, it also then enables you to embrace the same in others.
Yes. The mirror
So, for,
effect.
yes. So, for example, today when someone says that that this is there in you, you're very protective, or you have this whole provider energy, or this energy, or that energy, you just accept it for what it is. You don't put a male or a female tag to it. And that allows you to accept the fact that you're whole and complete. That allows you to constantly be in touch with your own soul's consciousness.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you apply that and you see that in others, because they say that your universe is your mirror,
Mm. You
right?
know what? I have this saying. I want to share it with you because it's a mantra that I say, and it's something that I've channeled from spirit. So I just want to share it because it's my go-to when I feel like I'm separating myself from who I am, and
Yeah.
it's reminding myself of being that um, on a soul's journey, we are all alike, and in knowing this, there is no discrimination,
True.
and it just keeps me uh, aware of that. We can define discrimination, but we're not going to go there. But just I am very quickly discriminating my feminine part in a lot of situations where she or that energy is actually what I want and I feel, and my soul is here to share. And because of unsecure or uncertainty, I choose I go with the masculine because at least I know what to expect, right?
Mhm.
But in that, I can shift the soul perspective and I can go on a soul's journey. We're all one in spirit, we're all alike. And knowing this, there is no discrimination. Breathe and go.
Yeah.
I just wanted to share how I use to lift my vibration for the soul perspective in any situation. That's what I go to.
So, I'm going to just ask anyone who's listening in right now, try and do this very simple, small exercise on a daily basis. Either if you can do it in nature, nothing like it, because nature has very potent creative energy. If you have no nature around and you're sitting somewhere in a room, just close your eyes for a few seconds. Imagine yourself in a forest. So feel that you've got your feet on Mother Earth and imagine the cosmos's paternal energy above you. And you're this beautiful child who's like a channel or a conduit who's constantly pulling both energies. And inside you, there's this beautiful ball of energy which is pulsing. There's It's male and it is female. It is this and it is that. So there's duality, there's inclusivity, and together it's a whole. And just imagine the light of that energy going into every part of you, every cell, every organ, and through the pores of your skin, it's just amplifying into your universe till all you see and feel is that light and that sensation. And it takes just a few seconds to do it. I will really request, try doing it. I do it every day, pretty much around the time when I do my daily prayers. And it just fills you up. You literally feel you're flying, you're floating. There's so much of buoyancy there. And that makes you embrace every part of you. So you celebrate the duality, you cherish and treasure the male and the female within, and that's what lets you evolve as a soul.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I think that's a beautiful ending to this session as
Mhm.
well. It's
Thank
such an honor, Indrani, to share this space with you. I really do
Same.
feel our connection and our soul connection and the love
And I'm going to
for
thank
Michael's
Michael for
work. Yes, we love it. We
yes.
really truly love it. So if
He
you have
literally
any,
put us together.
yes, and I just want to make, say to those who's watching, please share your stories with us. You know, write it in the comments or ask any questions. We will read them and we will make sure that we address any topics maybe on next episodes that we can, just assist and allow ourselves to be guided.
Yes. Thank you so much. So much.
Thank
I
you.
want I literally want to wish for everyone a full blown life between lives hypnotherapy experience.
Yes.
I
Yes.
really that's my intent that's going out into the universe right now, right here. I'm having a moment.
Yeah, wee. I love it. I love it. Thank you again, everyone.
Thank
See you
you.
next time. Bye.
Bye.